Hi everyone, this is Dr. Chhoda and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Today is Election Day, one of the most consequential days we've ever had in our country. And I'm trying to give you news that's fair and balanced today. Thank you so much for being a viewer and subscriber to our channel. Keep in mind that you can click the like button if you want to appreciate our efforts. Please also subscribe and please enable notifications because that does indeed help out the YouTube algorithm. Unemployment benefits, the $600 week unemployment booster, which ended at the end of July, has had a significant impact on the economy. In fact, it's caused what's called as financial fragility. On your screen, you'll see an article that was published today, and the headline of the article is "End of the $600 unemployment boost pushed more households to the edge." Keep in mind that my viewers and subscribers, for us, it's not about Wall Street. It's not about the stock market. It's not about the paycheck protection program. It's about putting food on the table. It's about keeping the lights on. It's about being able to pay your rent because we need money now. We need quick cash now. This is the thing that makes a $600 a week federal boost so important. And economists have actually shown and have actually modeled out the fact that the unemployment boost on top of the state unemployment benefits, which are very meager, which are designed to replace a very small portion of your pre-pandemic income. The unemployment benefits are in many ways much more important than a one-time stimulus check because it's the unemployment benefits that allow individuals to put food on the table, that allow individuals to keep the lights on, that allow individuals to pay rent, which is why I'm making that a focus of this video. In fact, what's happening is that now fewer and fewer individuals have been able to pay their bills on time and are experiencing more and more stress because they do not have any savings, any short-term cash and a cash buffer, if you will, for emergencies. This was the data in a new paper that was released by researchers at Harvard University, George Washington University, and the University of Oxford. In fact, we'll show you that paper on your screen right now. And as you can see, that the title of this paper reads, "Household Finance Fragility During this Pandemic, Rising Inequality and Unemployment Insurance Benefit Reductions." In other words, what happened to the economy after the $600 a week federal booster was taken away? This is just unbelievable. I'll provide you with a link to this entire research article in the description section below if you want to check it out, but I'll give you the highlights of this paper. And the highlights of the paper as follows. We draw on new high-frequency survey data collected from repeated cross-sections of Americans from June through October 2020. So basically, they analyzed a lot of data, a lot of high-quality data from a large number of Americans from June through October 2020. And the paper continues, these data capture rich measures of household financial fragility and employment status. In other words, are individuals able to pay their bills and are they employed? We find no evidence of an economic recovery in household finances as of October 2020. So basically, they analyzed the data from June through October and they found no improvement in October. And they tried to establish a link between this improvement, if you will, from June through October, which they said didn't exist, and the unemployment benefits. They said, in fact, by some measures, we find evidence of a building second wave of negative shocks to household finances and of growing inequality in financial fragility by household income, educational attainment, and gender from August through September 2020. In other words, based on an individual's income, based on their gender, and based on their level of education, they expect individuals to go through even more financial crisis based on their analysis of trends from June all the way through October 2020. This is just unbelievable. This is shocking. I have mentioned this before on my channel. This is a K-shaped recovery. Individuals at the top of the K are individuals who are high wage earners, who are more educated, who can work remotely. Individuals at the bottom of the K are generally low wage earners, have a lower amount of education and are simply not able to work remotely. And these are the individuals who are in travel, entertainment, leisure, and hospitality. These are primarily African American individuals. These are primarily Hispanic individuals. These are Caucasian individuals with a high school diploma or less. This is the uneven, the unfair nature of our recovery. And the paper continues and it goes on. Finally, using difference in difference models, we estimate that the expiration of the CARES Act pandemic unemployment compensation benefits, which augmented unemployment insurance by $600 a week, significantly increased the financial fragility of unemployed workers in America. The bottom line is this. individuals who need help the most were dependent on the $600 a week booster the most. And now, based on this new study again that has come out, and again this is a very valid study because this study was authored by researchers at Harvard University, George Washington University, and the University of Oxford. The end of the $600 a week federal booster is starting to increase financial fragility amongst those of us who are the most fragile, which is ironic, which is unfair. And this has led to a 50 to 100% increase in financial fragility, which is essentially a measure, an indicator, a benchmark of how close families are to the edge financially. In other words, are they able to pay their bills? Are they able to keep the lights on? Are they able to put food on the table? And for those of us who are unemployed in these industries like travel, leisure, entertainment, and hospitality, the impact has been quite significant. In fact, this is an important chart on your screen. This shows you the impact of the end of the $600 a week unemployment boost. And this is very, very, very indicative of what is actually happening. It's very important to compare what happened in August and where things stand in October. So again, in August, the effect of the $600 a week booster was starting to wear off because it ended in the end of July. And a lot of individuals who were receiving their benefits late actually got money in August. So August is a good benchmark of the $600 a week unemployment booster because, a lot of individuals were getting the money at that time, money that they should have gotten probably earlier up until the end of July. But then by October, enough time had passed because 3 months had passed from August to October for the effects of the $600 a week unemployment booster to wear off. So what's important for you to see on this chart? Now, as you see this chart, what's really important to compare is the August versus October trend for employed full-time individuals, those who are employed full-time, and the same trend for individuals who are unemployed. And you see the three colors. The light blue color indicates spending exceeds income. The lightish color indicates that individuals who are unable to pay their bills on time. And then that dark blue color indicates that individuals who simply don't have short-term savings or who don't have a cash buffer for an emergency expense. Let's take a look at individuals who are employed full-time. And you'll see this trend, if you will, that if you were employed full-time, you were pretty much the same in October compared to August. So again, in August, let's take a look at those numbers: 11%, 6%, and 22%. And these stats correspond to, these numbers, these metrics correspond to if spending exceeded income, if they were unable to pay bills on time, and if they lacked short-term savings. So take a look at the 11%, 6%, and the 22% for full-time employed individuals in August and compare that to October, and you'll see it's 12%, 7%, and 25%. Almost identical. In other words, if you were employed full-time, guess what? There has been little to no change in your financial fragility from August through October this year. However, if you were unemployed, let's take a look at how things were for you in August. 19%, 11%, and 38%. So things were not going well, despite the fact that the $600 a week federal booster was available to you, was being paid out to you in August. Keep in mind that even though the booster ended in the end of July, many individuals got their payments in August because all these benefits are delayed. There are very few states that have actually paid out benefits in time. But here's the surprising thing. Take a look at the financial fragility for unemployed individuals all the way to the right side of your screen in October. And this is October 2020. And you'll see that the numbers jump from 19% to 29% for spending exceeds income. In other words, for unemployed individuals in October, had a significantly higher degree of instances where spending exceeded income. Spending exceeded income for unemployed individuals went from 19% in August to 29% in October. Just unbelievable. Let's take a look at unable to pay bills on time. They were at 11% in August, and then they jumped up to 22% in October. Just unbelievable, the number of individuals who are now unable to pay their bills on time. And this is also indicative of financial fragility. The number of individuals who had no short-term savings, who were unable to come up with quick cash in a crisis. Let's say you had an emergency expense come up and you had to come up with that. They were at 38% in August, and unemployed individuals who were at 38% in August for the inability to come up with money for an emergency expense were now at 47% in October. This tells us where things stand, and this tells us about the financial fragility that exists in our economy today for those who need help the most. Here's a comment from Daniel Schneider, a professor of public policy at the Harvard Kennedy School and a co-author of this research. He said, we cut off the lifeline these households were relying on. Of course, it got worse, and it got worse fast. And a lot of families are under a significant degree of financial pressure. And Schneider said, it's not that all households got a little less secure. Some households got a lot less secure, and others carried on. Just incredible where things stand right now. And as far as the financial stress on unemployed individuals was concerned, Schneider also said what we started seeing in September and October was a real change. In other words, the financial fragility simply got much more worse for the unemployed. Let me know what you think of this information in the comment section below. You'll also find a link to the article and the paper from these well-known universities in the description section below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I really appreciate you watching. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. Keep in mind, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. You can get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000, and then you'll get added to our SMS alerts list moving forward. Now, you can also get added to our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and then you'll get added to our email list going forward. You can opt out of our SMS list or our email list at any point in time. No worries about that. Now, keep in mind, sometimes YouTube does not always send out notifications on time. So simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition-time. That's youtube.com/ignition-time. And then you can visit our channel any time that you want. You can also follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So make sure you follow us there. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter community is growing. Speaking of community, I encourage you to comment below and participate in our growing community, because we have a fun, engaging, respectful, diverse, vibrant community. So definitely become a part of our community. If you learned something from this video, please ignite the like button, please ignite that subscribe button, and please enable notifications, because remember, the name of our channel is Ignition Time. That would be your vote of confidence in us, and that does help out the YouTube algorithm. As always, you'll find the links to all our resources in the description section below, so check them out if you want to dig deeper into the content. And also please share this video with friends and family. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.